would like to talk about myself. It's about the self-culture experience. I used to hear many words about culture, such as Chinese culture, Asian culture, cultural people, cultural level, and so on. And I have often thought about what is culture. When I was a child, I didn't understand the importance of reading, why I had to learn boring knowledge from textbook every day, and why I didn't know that the days in school were the most enjoyable and relaxing in the coming decades. At that time, I thought culture was irrelevant, at least for myself. So, is culture a diploma? It is education, or it is a degree? How exactly do I define culture? The explanation given by the internet is that it was first defined by the ancient Roman philosopher using the Latin word, which initially meant cultivation of the soul and was derived from the knowledge and experience that people accumulate in the development process related to their own lives, so that they can adapt to nature or their surroundings. I don't want to talk about too much just from the internet word about their definition. No, I just want to talk my stories. My name is Li-Xiang-Yuan, and there is a fascinating story about the original of my name. Because my grandmother believed in Chinese birth signs. She had my name chosen, and my name teacher would determine the ideal time of my birth based on my horoscope. A different birth time means a different life. The name costs 300 RMB, and the teacher wrote a letter which I still. So growing up, 3 names were mentioned in the letter. The first one is Li Zhilu. The second one is Li Xiangyuan. Another one I can't remember exactly. At that time, my parents had been working in Shanghai for several years and were very proficient in Shanghainese. So they thought Li Zhilu sounds like a pig. The pronunciation, just like Li Zhu, the Zhu means pig, was spoken in Li Xiangyuan. So, while the name in Li Xiangyuan is extraordinary, and my family likes it very much. So, what have I learned about Chinese culture? And this is hard to say clearly. For instance, Chinese religion, science, humanities, psychology, and sociology combined there can be called culture. Knowledge and culture, these are 2 different things. Being cultured means that a person has stable values, has a good way of making money, can behave and do something, and can receive the welcome of people around him, which will determine where he will go into the future. Knowledge means that the person has read some books and has learned some helpful information and skills that can be a tool for his work in the future. It determines a person's ability. If one wants to be successful, both integrated and knowledgeable, knowledge is something that can build a foundation for culture, and culture can make knowledge. However, I have deeply experienced all this in my 2 months of college life. Going to university can improve one's relevant and height of thinking and judgment. That's my heard about more times. The word is critical thinking. So going to university is very branching and essential. However, the educational environment in China has defined college as the threshold of everyone's future career, and you even have to have a graduate degree before you are eligible for interviews and opportunities. It has seriously led to many college students choosing to work internships at knowledge level instead of good college life. The college student environment is starting to change seriously, and people are starting not to acquire knowledge and have a culture, but to score extra points for future job interviews. In China, there is no sole option as a gap year in college. Every college student must complete in the 4 years of course required by the school, but it will be easier. They don't have porous classroom assignment, no group cooperation projects, and it is more about your ability to be self-motivated to learn activities. From my other Chinese friend, they said they hope they like to be me because I go abroad to study, and they say it's more relaxed than in China. but I don't think so. I just think it's very tired for the study, and I have a lot of assignment than the Chinese college which they had. Even essential traditional Chinese culture is gradually disappeared from the lives of Chinese college students. Let me share that the charm of traditional Chinese culture has impacted me. When I was in junior high school, Mr. Chen Heqing founded from our school, and the school adhered to the philosophy of everything for the students and inherited and innovated Chen Heqing's idea of living education. The May School of Peking Opera, founded by Mr. Mei Lanfeng, was being novelized for its exquisite performance and Mr. Mei's noble character, which is the essence of our school learning and heritage. Peking Opera is a comprehensive art, and it's pretty encompassing. So our school has also developed many learning activities around the art of Peking Opera, and I have been studying at the Peking Opera Club for 2 years. I used to hear that old people only enjoy Peking Opera, but my attitude has changed through 2 years of study. My pitch is not particularly good, and sometimes I'm out of tune. But my teacher would patiently teach me how to sing repeatedly and would tirelessly correct my pitch and bite over and over again. I think that she's want to make the traditional culture can from our generation to spread to other students, other people, until other world. Just like me, now I'm abroad. I can to take this experience to share with anyone. When I could finally see a sense in its entirety, I was filled with a sense of accomplishment. Combining classical Chinese purity and national art made me appreciate my culture's profound cultural heritage and artistic connotation. I sincerely feel that it is fast-paced era. Traditional culture needs to stand firm in our hearts. Opening up to the outside world has allowed us to unlearn the advanced technology of the old West too early, which is not a bad thing, but it is also not good for the culture. Many young people has become westernized, and many traditional Chinese festivals initially considered prudent and had become extravaganzas. The decline of local culture has caused us to lose our spiritual support. Traditional culture needs to be protected, and more importantly, we need to start with our generation of young people, even from our international students coming overseas. Culture is not dead, it's alive, and the more active it is, the more it can be spread widely, and so in the process of continuity and can be developed. Foreigners are interested in traditional Chinese culture, which shows our culture has a unique oriental charm. We should spread the culture of our own country, and through the exchange of different cultures, achieve cultural integration and development. Anyway, thank you for listening. Goodbye.